Hey, what's up, everybody? Wade Watches here, coming at you with another fresh out of the movie theater review. I just got through watching Kraven the Hunter, and first thing to say is that I'm definitely not as, angry at the fact that Sony had the audacity to make Spider-Man villain movies not featuring Spider-Man, but I'm not trying to, have a go at people who are upset about that. I understand that, especially the comic book peers. Like why have films that feature Spider-Man's rogues gallery without Spider-Man himself to fight them? You can't you could definitely make that argument a winning one. For me, back in 2018 when they announced that they were gonna do these, kind of like have I guess like attempt these Sinister Six spin-offs in the hopes of I guess having that Sinister Six film. My reaction was very much, let's just see what they do with this. Let's just see where they go with this, and where they went with it so far. I've had with the ones I've seen. I haven't seen Madam Web, but I've seen the Venom trilogy. I have seen Morbius. I've had fun with all four of those films, and I'm not being ironic. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to pull a bait and switch on you and then turn this into a rant about how much these suck. I've genuinely enjoyed each of those films. I know they're flawed. I know they're stupid. I know at some points they're downright cringy. But what can I say? They're good, dumb fun. And guess how I felt about this one? Good, dumb fun. If not better, because unlike with those previous four installments, what sets Kraven the Hunter apart is that firstly, the R rating, of course, bit more blood, bit more gore, definitely a little bit more swearing. They don't overdo it with the F-bomb. This isn't a Scorsese movie, so it's not like, fuck, 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 but, that makes it stand apart a little bit. But what also makes this stand apart is that I felt like there was at least like a genuine, sincere, heartfelt attempt at trying to make this something that that could genuinely be taken seriously, which is not something I really can say the same about with the Venom trilogy and the Morbius film. It really felt like with those, it was just kind of like, we know what this is, we know how people are going to feel about it, fuck it. But here, it really did feel like they were trying to go out with, like on a high note, because I understand that this is the last in like Sony's Spider-Manless Spiderman villain universe. I think it's officially called the SSU or whatever. I don't know. It has some crazy convoluted name, but it really felt like they were trying to go out on a high note with this one. There is like, a lot of backstory for Kraven. There is like a pretty, I won't say it's like always handled well, but there is kind of a pretty compelling father and son dynamic and father versus son story there. There is like a bit of a family drama. And the problem with that is that it doesn't flesh it out as much as it should. And at a point, it kind of abandons that storyline to say, like, wait, there's this other guy. He's the one who needs to be stopped. And I'm like, what? You spent so much of this setting up the fact that Russell Crowe is such a douchebag to his sons. At least you kept talking about it, because we don't really see that much of Russell Crowe being that intense. There's a couple of scenes where he says like, "You should have been more like your mother." No, not should have been more like your mother. You shouldn't have been so weak like your mother, because he despises their mother for reasons. Of course, I'm not gonna get into plot spoilers, but apart from that, you don't really get much of that, but they still spend a good majority of this runtime trying to build him up, and then he just goes away for a while, and then it becomes about this other guy, and that's when I was kind of like, okay, wow. But then again, even when they did that, I still found myself enjoying this and having a good time with it. I don't know what to say. It still didn't lose me, even when it did abandon that storyline. So, yeah. Yeah, wrapping it up. Not much left to say. I had a really great time watching Kraven the Hunter. It's nothing exceptional. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's not up there with the Dark Knight or Endgame or anything that's going to change the comic book movie genre. It's just a stupid, crazy, bloody action film, and I don't have a problem with that. I kind of expected that from the trailers, and that's what I got, and I enjoyed it all the same. The issues I mentioned were kind of, glaring, but they didn't take away, like, detract from me, like, having fun with this. So, wrapping it up, I'm just going to go ahead and give Kraven the Hunter a 7 out of 10, which is the highest rating I've given to the Spider-Manless Spider-Man villain movies. I'm going to keep calling them that. It just, I don't know, it sounds good. It rolls off the tongue. Because this really is the best one, in my opinion. The others are still, still enjoyable, but I really felt like there wasn't as much effort with those as there was with this one. Like, everybody in this one was trying. Everybody really was trying. Did they always succeed? No, but everybody here was trying. So that's how I'd sum Kraven the Hunter up. That's how I felt watching it. And this has been another edition of Wave Watches. I gave Kraven the Hunter a 7 out of 10. I really did have a good time with it. Solid, crazy action, guilty pleasure. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.